guys, welcome back to my channel, Elke. I'm so happy that you guys are back. I'm happy that I'm back. I know it's been a really long time since I've posted. That's just because I had a lot going on in life, a lot of changes, and that's what brings me to making this video today for you all. How I lost 70 pounds. And disclaimer, I am not a medical professional. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a doctor. I'm not here to tell you what to do, how to do. I'm not here to give you advice of any kind. I'm simply here to show you guys what I did, share my story, how I lost the weight, and, everything that I've been through. And so here we go. So in 2023, I lost some weight on my own, approximately 30 pounds. I did do a video about that in another video. And I gained some of it back just because, eating unhealthy. I love bread. I love pasta. That's my vice. And I had like this wake up moment, I want to say maybe January of 2024. And it came in the form of me walking through the mall. At the time, I was looking for some sneakers for my daughter. The plain black Air Forces she wanted. And I went to like 3 different stores in the mall. Nobody had it in her size. And while I was walking through the mall, I was huffing and puffing, and I had to literally stop and sit down a few times and take a break, like while walking through the mall, like a big fat person. Like I was breathing heavy. My ankles were swollen. My ankles were hurting. And I was like, okay, that's enough. And as you guys all know, I've always been curvy. I always had big legs and, was well endowed pretty much everywhere. But of course, having a child, pregnancy weight, eating unhealthy, the weight really, really, really packed on. And it really, oh, hi, Cooper. And it really, it really caught up with me. I mean, it was to a point where, like, yeah, I felt like I still looked good, but I just didn't feel good. You know what I mean? And my heaviest weight in 2024, January of 2024, believe it or not, I was 280 pounds. 280 pounds, let that sink in. I'm 5'7", 5'8" on a good day, and I was 280 pounds. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? 280 pounds. So, of course, now everybody's gonna say, and I heard a lot of people say in the comments before on Instagram, everywhere, oh my God, but you look so good, you were thick, and you were juicy, and you were curvy, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I understand that. It might look good to you, but don't forget, we have Photoshop, and also don't forget, in pictures it might look good, but it don't mean that I felt good. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I felt horrible. I had no energy. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go hiking. I didn't want to go work out. I didn't even want to do errands, go to the grocery store, do regular activities with my daughter. I just wanted to, stay home because I was always hurting. My back was hurting. My ankles were hurting. I was so unhappy. And I was like, okay, that's it. I'm done. And that's the dangerous part. A lot of people don't understand. The way that I gained the weight, I didn't look bad. Like, how some people, they gain the weight and they gain it like unflattering, with like they get a really big stomach, or they get a really big butt, or they get really big arms, like top heavy or bottom heavy, or they just gain it like crazy. So they look, quote unquote deformed. To me, that is better because you can look in the mirror and you can say, oh my God, like I look crazy. I need to lose weight. My case, it's a curse, it's a blessing and a curse because I gained it in a good way where, yeah, I still looked amazing because I gained it everywhere. So my proportions were still good, but it was not good. It was dangerous because I didn't realize how big I've gotten. You understand? Like, I look in the mirror and I'm like, oh, damn, I look good. But no, it was really dangerous because I could not realize how big I have gotten. Now, when I look back at pictures, some unflattering pictures my daughter has of me in her phone. Remind myself I gotta go on her phone and delete all that evidence. Excuse me. But it's just looking back at those pictures. Now I see it, now I see it like, oh my God, that was crazy. I've spoken to a couple people, I've known some people, and they did Ozempic. And they told me, life-changing, blah, blah, blah. It's a medication. It's for people that, are diabetic, but apparently it's now used for weight loss. I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to look into it. Because if that is something that can jumpstart my weight loss and help me, I'm down. So I made my doctor, I made an appointment with my doctor. Thank God. I have an amazing doctor who's been taking care of me, I don't know, for a really long time. And I made an appointment and we spoke about it. And we spoke about the risks and, the benefits. And, of course, he sent me to get my blood tests. He sent me for everything. Like, we tested everything. Because before you take any kind of medications, of course, they want to make sure that your system, that you can, that you can take it. You have to check your thyroids. All of your levels have to be okay. So we did all that. Everything turned out amazing. In my case, I started on Wegovy. My doctor recommended it. He said it's better for me. Another thing, the reason why I got it prescribed and why I was approved by my insurance, not only was I by numbers obese, but I also have high cholesterol. Having high cholesterol is really, really scary. And remind you, I've never eaten fried food. I don't drink soda. I don't eat like really any food or consume anything that would make me have high cholesterol. So I was really worried about it. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's because I eat bread and pasta. Is it, maybe the salt intake? So the high cholesterol level really, freaked me out. Maybe it's genetics. I don't know. So anyway, so the combination of my weight, by numbers being obese at 280 pounds from my height and my cholesterol level, my insurance approved me. Thank God. So of course I started on the lowest dose, which is 0.25 on Wegovy, and I've been going slow. I don't up my dose every month. Like, I stay on a dose for 2 months. So from April last year to now, I've lost 70 pounds. And I know a lot of people that take the medication, they probably lose it faster. I didn't care. I didn't want to lose it too fast. I wanted to go gradually, because I also don't want to have saggy skin if I lose it too fast, or get Ozempic face, as they say. Now, again, I'm not a medical professional, not a nurse, I'm not a doctor, but from what I've read online and, the homework that I've done and, what I've talked to about with my doctor is that the medication is not burning your fat or, the fat is just melting off of you. The medication really only blocks the hormone in your brain that is telling you that you have appetite for certain things or that you're hungry. So that's really all it does. So you still have to go to the gym. You still have to obviously eat healthy. It just really just slows down your wanting of having food. The cravings that you get. Oh my God, I want this bag of chips. I want this, whatever, this chocolate. I want to eat 2 donuts. You don't have that anymore. And also the medication, it makes you feel fuller longer. So if you do eat something, especially high in fiber foods, healthy foods, it'll keep you full longer, so you don't have to have these cravings. You don't have to eat the bag of potato chips or the French fries or, whatever it is that you're craving at the time. So the first month, it went, slow. I didn't lose right away. It took I want to say maybe a month and a half, 2 months for me to, start seeing the pounds fall off gradually, which was fine for me. I didn't want to rush into it. I also wanted to make sure that the medication, is fine for me. I don't have any side effects. I don't feel bad. I guess the main side effect that people complain about is nausea. Thank God I don't have that. Once in a blue moon, I get maybe 2-3 minutes of a little tiny nausea, in the evenings. And that's pretty much it. So I was really lucky that I haven't experienced anything like that. So yeah, I've been taking the Wegovy now since last April. I am now at the highest dose, which is 1.7, 1.5, 1.7. Um, and I'm almost done. I'm almost at my goal. I wanted to lose 80 pounds. I wanted to get down to 200, which is still kind of a crazy number if you think about it. But I don't want to get too skinny because I feel like it's not going to look good on me. I still want to maintain my curves. And the funny thing again is that a lot of people say, "Oh, you're not going to be curvy anymore." Hold up, honey. When I first came on the scene in 2004, 2003, 2005, I was maybe 180 pounds, and I was curvy, but I was muscular. Hence, people calling me stallion. So, all the new people that maybe just, came across my profiles like 5 years ago, they only know the quote unquote fat me. That is not how I started, and that's not how I want to remain. And even though I am body positive and love curves, and I didn't mind having curves or being bigger, I just did not feel good anymore. So I had to do something, and health overlooks at the end of the day. So to all the people out there that have, a fat girl fetish, well, I guess that's not going to be me anymore, but I don't care because I feel amazing. And I want to live a long life. I want to be healthy. And I'm so grateful to my doctor. I'm grateful for, in my case, the Wegovy. I can't say anything bad about it. Of course people are going to be, there's this side effect and this side effect. Guess what? Every medication has a side effect. Or side effects, for that matter. A lot of side effects. Every medication has a lot of side effects. So it's kind of like you have to weigh out what it is that you want. For now, for me, the being overweight and not feeling good and knowing it's just going to go downhill the older I get, to me, that was more important. It's almost like, like a jump start on your health again, a jump start on your weight, having somewhere to start from. I also think that being on the medication, it really opened my eyes more to the things that I was eating or that I am eating when I go to the grocery store and I pick up food and I look at all the ingredients. If it's something that I can't pronounce it, I don't buy it. I buy no big box things anymore, no big brand name things anymore, because 95% of everything that's a name brand is bad for you. That's how it is. Unfortunately, that's how it is. So I don't do that anymore. I go more with, smaller companies. I read the ingredients. And I feel like after I will stop taking the medication, I will continue to do that. So it's almost like these last 10, 11 months not only have I taken the medication, but I also have done my homework on the food that I eat. And I want to continue to stay on course and eat those type of foods, and it almost like helped me train my body and train my brain, how I think about food, what I eat. So hopefully once I get off the medication, I will continue to do so. Will I get cravings again and maybe be hungry for things? Sure, that's probably going to come back. It's not going to stay away after you finish the medication. But I feel like I'm more in control of it. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm more in an understanding, and I can control, okay, you know what? No, you can't eat that. Maybe I feel like I'm more of I can say no to myself. It's almost like, being addicted to certain things. And now you're sober for 10 years. You have to find a way to say no. And I feel like being on the medication, it almost trained me. It's like muscle memory, so to speak, but muscle memory for your brain. Who knows what happens in the future? I don't want to gain the weight back. I hope that I can maintain, the weight once I reach my goal without having to be on the medication, because you're not supposed to take that forever. And I don't want to take medication forever. So we'll see how it goes. But that's my story on how I lost the weight. Oh, and yes, I did join the gym. I've been going to the gym with my daughter. We go almost every day. We're having the best time. I walk on a treadmill, do my ab workout, do my leg workout. So, and just eating healthy, And my daughter is very conscious too about her body because, she's a model. And even though she is naturally tall and beautiful and skinny, but you still have to maintain, and not just for the looks, but also, obviously for your health. So we've been kind of doing it together, and it's a lot of fun, you know, and it's a lot easier having a partner in crime, so to speak. So that's my story. This is how I lost 70 pounds, and I have another 10 pounds to go. Hopefully I can get that off. So here's a couple of them, you know, after I lost the weight. All right, this is me in all my glory. 210 pounds. 10 pounds to go. I don't know, can you see the difference? Still there, don't worry. People are like, you're gonna lose your butt. I don't think so. It's not going anywhere. So yeah. See the problem? Because when I was bigger, I had the same curves. I was just bigger everywhere. And that's scary. So now I still have the same curves, but I'm just slimmer overall. Slimmer and happier. Let me know. Am I still your favorite curvy girl? Let me know. Let me know how I look in the comments. And of course, subscribe. Watch all my other videos. And I promise I will record a lot of more videos and post more frequently. Matter of fact, I'm moving to NYC. So I will make a traveling video, a traveling blog of my cross-country move. So stay tuned for that. Bye, guys.